Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. When Chris Fritzl, who I worked with at the State House, said it's pints and politics, I stopped listening at pints and said, I'll be there. So here we are. So it's always a good event. My name is John Chabin. I'm running for Attorney General. I always start with the personal stuff first. I'm a father. I have 3 sons, one in college, one in high school, and one in middle school. I'm a football coach. I've been coaching youth football for about a dozen years. I played semi-pro football for 25 years, which is one of the reasons I probably got into politics. Bad helmets in the 80s, as we used to joke around. I'm a practicing lawyer. I've been doing 25 years, big firm civil litigation in New York and Connecticut, all up in the federal courts. I've admitted to the United States Supreme Court. Big firm civil litigation, and it is important because that's all the AG office does. The AG office does no criminal work. The AG office does not put away bad guys. The AG's office, in fact, does not review bond contracts. The AG's office represents the citizens of the state of Connecticut, both in the federal and the state courts, to protect the citizens. You don't represent the government, you can represent the agencies, but you do not represent the governor or the senator or the House. You represent the citizens of the state of Connecticut. I've worked with the AG's office. I've worked against the AG's office. I've had cases against Dick Blumenthal. Now, well, be careful. If we say Dick's name twice, he'll show up. You know how that works. We have to be a little careful there, so we'll just say that name once. I've had cases against Dick. I've had cases against George Jeffson, who's the current Attorney General. I was also a 6-year state representative from 2011 to 2017. I served in the House representing a 3-town district. I served with Art. I served with Joe. I served with other people in this room. I was the head Republican on the Environment Committee, which should interest some of the builders here because I understand the regulations that choke you guys and some of the stuff I've been able to do with brownfield redevelopment and refinancing. I was on the Judiciary Committee, and the best part is I was on the Finance Committee, where for 6 years I watched my Democratic friends, and they are my friends, say, all right, we raised the dollar, so we're going to spend $1.05. So I raise my hand and say, we just raised the dollar. How are we going to spend $1.05? So my Democratic friends would say, you're right, John, we're going to spend $1.03 and save 2 cents. I've raised my hand again. We didn't save 2 cents. We spent 3 more cents than we had, which is exactly the reason we're in the mess we're in. But the way we get out of this is to make our state more business friendly and to bring the promise and prosperity of this state back to this state. We're the richest state per capita, but at the bottom of every economic map. Now the AG's office can do this 3 ways. First and foremost, day one, I put a business liaison's office in the front of the house. Before I sue, I'm going to talk. I may not sue at all. You have a private, privileged conversation with your clients, with businesses and employees and employers and everybody, to say, let's talk about this, rather than sue first, ask questions later, get my name in the picture and say, look what a great job I'm doing. Our AG's been doing that for 25 years. That's killed us. I always like to ask you a question, a little bit of trivia. Where's Fritzl? Oh, you've heard my shtick before. I can't. I'll let, ma'am, how many lawsuits, hold on, Gina, there you go. How many lawsuits do you think the Attorney General brought last year in the state of Connecticut?
500.
21,000 civil actions were brought by the Attorney General last full fiscal year in the state of Connecticut. 21,000 civil actions were started by our Attorney General. That's what's killing business. My clients, big and small, say, I'm not coming to Connecticut, John. We're going to stay where we are because we're going to get taxed, regulated, and sued in that state. We can't be there, and we don't need to be there. The AG's office can stop that by reducing the number of lawsuits, making the state more business friendly, and finally, because I do have regulatory review on the agencies, I can stop bureaucratic fiat. And everyone in this room has been involved with the DEP knows what that is. They change their permit standards by bureaucratic fiat. They say, we're going to do it this way, then we're going to do it that way, then we're going to change the permit standards. That stops the day I become Attorney General, because I have the authority to do that. So listen, I'll end with this. I'm running for Attorney General. 3 reasons why I believe I'm the best candidate, hopefully you do too. First, I'm the only candidate in either party, that's got 25 years big civil law firm experience. I'm also the only candidate in either party that combines that with 6 years state representative experience, working in the House with the Senate and the governor, knowing what we can do, can't do, and should do. I also ran for U.S. Congress, so I have that experience. But I'm also the only candidate in either party who combines all those things and brings some name recognition from having run for Congress and having been in the House and having been in the legal community for 25 years, so we can finally make this state more business friendly and promote jobs, promote growth, promote wealth, promote prosperity, and we can all get it done. Thank you for being here. I'm going to return to my pints right now and turn the politics over to the next candidate.